Afghanistan is a topic of discussion in our foreign policy circles. It's almost like an abstraction, nobody in Restrepo. A documentary shot during the 15 months an American company fought there under almost daily fire thinks about foreign policy. They were in the Korangal Valley, which CNN described as the most dangerous place on the planet.
The colonel told me, initially, they take fire every single day.
It is also one of the most desolate, even in Afghanistan's arid landscape. The rocky, jagged terrain is covered in sparse vegetation. There is dust all over. It is too hot in the summer and too cold in the winter, and the troops only ever see one Taliban fighter in the film, and the man who saw him thought it was the last sight he would ever see. The Taliban is a nebulous presence that moves freely through the landscape and population, and there is one point when the company is ambushed and under fire from all sides. It's surprising that none of them were killed. The film is named after the first of their number to die, PFC-1S Restrepo, a 20-year-old medic.
In one of the pilots and stuff, and they say, hey, if you look over there to your left, and then we go up into the Korangal Valley.
Captain Dan Kearney leads Battle Company, whose plan is to establish an outpost at a key point on Taliban battle routes. The men take over the position at night and begin digging in, using earth to construct fortifications. They catch the opponent off guard. The successful operation of Outpost Restrepo, named after a fallen comrade, changes the tide of war in the hostile valley and frightens the Taliban. However, the locals' hearts and minds remain unexplored territory.
Going on nature walks.
Kearney meets with the local elders on a weekly basis, a group of men who couldn't be more aged, toothless, and decrepit if they tried.
I didn't tell him when Mola died. I didn't tell him when.
A single portrait would be enough to convey the region's poverty. One elder laments the loss of a cow. According to the story, the cow became entangled in razor wire and had to be put down. He is offered compensation in the form of rice, beans, and sugar equal to the weight of the cow. He's looking for money. His heart and mind have yet to be won.
Go right more.
We're not ready for this.
Well, we flew around for about half hour, 45 minutes above the top.
The location footage is intercut with survivor debriefings that take place shortly after they are flown out to Italy. They express strong emotions through understatement. They find it difficult to talk about the deaths of men with whom they fought. Restrepo's memory lives on through the guitar lessons he taught and his book of flamenco songs. He was everyone's favorite. Outpost Restrepo was named after him after it evolved from a dugout into a proper position with shelter and fortifications. They are all terrified of an operation called Operation Rock Avalanche, which is being fought through dangerous terrain.
Honestly, my mindset was like, oh snap, I'm gonna die here.
They are targeted 3, 4, or 5 times per day. There are many firefights in the film, but they all have one thing in common: we never see the enemy or the American targets.
I remember getting off the bird and walking up the hill to the hooch.
This is a difficult task of a 15-month journey. Our respect for these men grows. Their jobs appear to be beyond comprehension. I can't imagine a civilian believing he could do them. It would take a lot of training, and more importantly, a lot of bonding. They appear to be fighting for each other rather than for ideology. At a low point, when a nearby company has suffered significant losses, Kearney speaks to his men not about patriotism, but about finding the mofos who are shooting at them and going out and killing them.
I thought they were Taliban.
They're gathering intel right now basically on how to deal with us.
The film is politically neutral. It was shot by war photographer Tim Hetherington and author Sebastian Junger at great personal risk, the perfect storm. It begs the obvious question for me: how can this war be won? Finally, a title informs us that U.S. troops left the Korangal Valley, and thus Outpost Restrepo in 2010.
They're talking about the name, the guy we detained from Karagal.
What guy? Different sures and tell them about the positives, about what we can do to help them.
Down, they want to talk. Not sure what they want to talk about yet.
Y'all know tonight is gonna be crazy.